What's going on, guys? Big Mike, D717 Outlaw back with you here today. We're going to be working on the busa. We have to get it ready for the Memorial Day Classic up at Beaver Springs. We were going to go up tonight, Friday, but I just have some things going on. I know that I'm not going to get done tonight. I don't want to be rushing. So the big thing too with Friday night for the Memorial Day Classic is they do the Wicked Eights. That's when they pull the top 8 out of test and tune for each class. So they have like a streetcar class, a muscle class, and they have bikes. So again, pull the top 8 out of that. So you go up there to test and tune, you pay $50 to test and tune, and you have a chance to win, I think, like $300 or $400. So I mean, it's not that bad. Especially if you go up there just kind of shits and giggles, you have a chance at money coming out of it just for a test and tune. But we are going to miss that tonight, but we are going up for Saturday, Sunday, possibly Monday. I haven't decided if I'm going to stay up there because it's supposed to be hot. Sleeping in the trailer for 2 nights. It can be a little hard. So, but anyway, we're going to get working on the busa. We have to get a new rear sprocket on it, or at least a smaller rear sprocket. And then I have to fix that fuel leak. I think the fuel leak we can get away with probably cutting like an inch off the line that's already on it and then just putting it back in the fitting. It should be fine. If not, it might just have come unseated a little bit. So I might just have to push it in a little bit further and then reseat the whole thing. So we're going to get the wrench in and get the busa done, get her in the trailer, and we'll be ready to go for Saturday, Sunday. All right, guys. Well, we got everything loaded up. The trailer is ready to go. Made sure that everything is good. I do have the big speaker, my GoPro's charging for on the bike because last time we went up the racetrack, the battery was dead. I think it's because I left it in the truck overnight, and I think the cold might have just killed the batteries because it was a little chilly the night before. But we got the turbo bike ready to roll. We got cornbread in the trailer too, because we're gonna start taking cornbread up. It was Harrison's bike to begin with, and it's kind of nice to get that up to the racetrack just to have with us. So we got everything ready to go. We're running 1845 sprocket setup on the turbo bike now, and we have the fuel leak actually ended up just being a loose fitting. So that was an easy enough fix, just had to get some wrenches in there and tighten up the fitting, and we're all good. So yeah, we'll see you up there tomorrow morning. Well, for you guys, it'll only be a couple seconds, but tomorrow morning we'll be up at Beaver Springs for Memorial Day Classic, racing Saturday and Sunday. Should be a packed field. Memorial Day and some of the holiday weekends are usually pretty big for bikes. Even people that aren't necessarily in the point series come to run their bikes, especially because of the Wicked 8 that is tonight. So yeah, a lot of guys hang out and then race the next day and then just hang out for the weekend. But anyway, see you guys up the track. All right, guys, well, before we get up to the racetrack, I wanted to post this little bit in here. Anybody that's been on the channel for a while knows that Project Cornbread, the 2005 R6 that's in the trailer, was the memorial bike for my friend Harrison Fenstemacher that passed away back in 2018. So we've always had our car group 6'2 Society, which was based around him, and it was based on his football number, 62. Now, in the off season, a lot of why my videos were scarce and everything is that me and some friends were putting together everything that we needed to make a nonprofit organization out of this to help out the next generation. We're doing a scholarship fund for the high school that I graduated from, as well as the technical school that's around here. And we're also sponsoring the junior class up at Beaver Springs. The junior ATV class right now, I think, consists of like maybe a dozen kids. We want to make that program bigger, allow for a new generation to come up, because there was already Jeff Santon that I bought Pinky from. His daughter ran the junior class, and she's now in the adult class this year because she's over the age of 16 and is able to drive. So anybody that is under that, I believe it's 10 to 15, or maybe younger than that, is able to run this class. Now, I want to give back to them as much as possible to hopefully be able to, one, help with the track, but also to try to grow the class and make it more interesting for the younger generation to get into it. So if you guys ever see us post anything, or if you follow us on Instagram, come out to our events, drop a donation. You can actually go on our website now. You can drop donations there. You can order t-shirts. You can do whatever you want to support us. And that's pretty much all we ask, is that if you like what we do here, just show your support, come out to the events, and drop a donation or pick up some merch. But anyway, guys, let's get up to the racetrack and get some racing action for the weekend. Should be a good one. Well guys, we're on day 2 up here at Beaver. I never got to record an intro, but yesterday, knockdown round 1 was my fault. Went 003 red. But the other part too is I don't know what was going on with the bike or if my launch was just that much better, but the bike didn't pick up anything in the 60 foot, but it picked up a 10th in the 330, and it ran almost a full 10th quicker. It went like 0.089 faster in the 8th, so I ended up doing a 552 on a 561. So we're gonna see what happens here today. There's more bikers that showed up, so we're gonna have probably a field of 20 today, I think. Yeah, we had 16 yesterday. I think there's 3 or 4 more guys up here that came up overnight. So we're gonna get to it again here today, see what happens. Hopefully we can get in that winner's circle, and yeah, see what happens. But all right guys, let's get back to some racing. out of everything. Go into the semis, and she don't want to go into third. Oh man. Oh, semis, I'm happy with that. As long as we cut a good light, I'd probably be even happier, but hey, it is what it is. We were coming for him. Hey, what can you do? Freaking hot. Wrap up Memorial Day weekend because Monday the weather has not been very pleasant. They pretty much canceled Monday last night, so we definitely were coming home. And yeah, can't really complain about the weekend. Very, very great racing. Went into the semifinal against Carp. Unfortunately, the bike didn't want to shift out of second. I think it was an air problem because in the quarterfinal, my air compressor crapped out on me, so I had to use a compressor when I went up into the lanes to fill my onboard tank and then try to run out the pass. Unfortunately, it didn't work out in our favor, but it would have been a good race because I had an 04 light to Carp's 11, and we were both running pretty good. Carp did great, but he rolled out of it because he was running a pretty close to his number. He ran a 597. That's what he dialed, and he was pretty close to it, but he ran a 601 on that pass. And then I got a 602. But hey, it is what it is. We'll be back for the next one. But great weekend of racing. We went from anywhere from a 549 with a 6, anywhere to a 550 with an 8. So the bike was running very, very good. Besides that last pass when we were in a 6, the bike was running consistent. So I'm very pleased with the weekend. The bike is good to go. She could be a little bit quicker, especially on those 60 foots, but hey, its consistency has been great. The 60 foots, the 330s, and even the 8s have all been within hundredths of each other, and I really can't complain. This is the best the bike's been running. Knock on wood that we can keep up that for this season, because putting her in the semis for me, my second race of the season. So again, really can't complain, but we're going to call it with that. I'm going to try to get a compressor from Johnson Motorsports ordered as soon as possible. Hopefully we can get it hooked up. If we don't go up to the track this coming weekend, we won't be going up until June 15th for Mike Charcala's bike sled shootout, which is a very good event. If he gets a full field, it'll be, the shootout should have almost a $5,000 payday. So that's going to be a very good race to run. And yeah, we're just going to see what happens. We're going to see where everything takes us and see how we can get the next race on the calendar and get it ready to go. I was going to go up to New Media, but to be honest, after the last time I was at New Media, it wasn't exactly what I had thought. Plus the bike field, I know a lot of guys are like, well, it's a really good payday because you still get money, but there's less people. But for me, I'd rather, if I'm going to pay to run, if I want to run into a final, I wouldn't mind having the passes, because I mean, going for this weekend with my time shots on Sunday, I had 6 passes for the weekend, or for the day. Up in New Media, you might get 4. If they do, well, if they do 2 time shots, you might get 5, but you only have like 2 rounds of racing, maybe 3. So it's not bad, but again, for me though too, it kills it because it takes me a half a tank of diesel to get up and back, versus Beaver is only a quarter. There's only a 5-minute difference, but New Media has a lot of mountains, so we'll probably be sticking with Beaver for most of the rest of the calendar for the most part. But still, good weekend of racing, can't really complain, and we'll be back with the next one. So as always, guys, I hope you liked the video. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You know anything more about the bikes, more about the channel, check the description down below for the companies that I use to keep everything afloat here with the bikes. And as always, hit that subscribe button as well as the little bell for notifications, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Remember, ride safe, ride smart, always wear a helmet. See you guys.